yet dead, and welcome back to Spectacle Island. I'm going to say it, we're here on 17, FS17. This is likely to be the last episode I'm going to do on here on 17. I have something in the works, which, to be honest, I kind of want to get started with. I'll switch the engine off while I'm chatting. So this is, I can't remember if we talked about this in the last video or not. Oh yeah, we did. I remember I did a demo of it, yeah. So I bought some digestate up from the biogas plant. As you can see, it's finally stopped raining, skies are clearing, crops are still damp, it's still showing. Well, there's timing. Crops are still damp, it's still showing the wet symbol. It's not showing the wet symbol anymore. I'm assuming that means we should be able to start the harvest again. But there you go. I forget actually, I'm assuming I had a purpose of doing this. Let's see. Actually, no, not really. I was convinced I needed to slurry something. I guess not. I do need to sow, though, that bottom patch of field 12. But also we've got field 2 to finish. We've got 11 and 13 to do. But everything's on second fertilization stage except for field 12, which we haven't seeded yet, and apart from parts of field 4, so we might go do that as well. But there you go, it's empty and it's gone back to being red, and actually then I didn't need to do that. I was convinced I needed to spread slurry on something, but apparently not. But I'd already planned to bring this up anyway, so fine, it's done. Right, in that case, best that I speed over to CDP farm and we get those two combines going again. Right, so we're back over at CDP farm. I just got the combines going, workers are on their thing, and obviously one of them is already full. I don't know why I didn't think to empty while it was raining, but I suppose I shouldn't do really. But yeah, so we'll quickly get these emptied. One of them is about halfway full. To be honest, by the time I've emptied one, it probably will be full and need emptying, but that's fine. So yeah, so as I mentioned at the start, this will likely be the last episode I'm going to do on Spectacle Island on FS17, because as I've talked about before, you know, something new is coming. I figured out what I'm going to do. I am going to move to Spectacle Island on 19, and well, frankly, I want to get on with it. So I'm not strictly moving direct. It's sort of indirect, but I hope people like it. I've loved playing Spectacle Island back on here. I am very much looking forward to getting back on it on 19, and I'm hoping that people like the approach that I've taken. Only time will tell, but so far, and it's taken a heck of a lot of setting up for reasons that hopefully will become at least partially apparent when I start, and already I'm confused because I've done slightly different things on 19. It's already set up and I've actually already started recording on it, which is part of my reason for wanting to accelerate finishing this off. I didn't just want to leave it hanging. I've got a backlog of videos that I have put out across this week in my sort of off days, my normal empty days, empty slots if you like. I just thought, you know what, we'll have a week of a video a day. I can't always guarantee that I'll be able to do that. I just can't keep up with that kind of pace, but I just thought, actually, you know what, I'm quite keen to get the 19 version out there as well. So yeah, so we've had a week of bonus videos of finishing off 17. So I just wanted to do this last video just to say I'm done. I don't ever see myself coming back to Spectacle Island on 17 because it's now on 19, and whilst I love the 17 version, I also love the 19 version. It's got a few new things on it, so yeah, that's a little bit sad. I might still play it for myself, to be honest, but it's time to move on. Equally, there's lots of other 17 maps that I'd quite like to get a bit more play out of. 17 is where I sort of cut my teeth. I did play 15 for a while, but 17 was really the first love game that where I really got into farming. And yeah, I love this game. Right from the theme tune music you get on the menus, just makes me smile, because it just reminds me of all that fun time when I was still learning it all and doing all that. So I think I will still play a little bit here and there, now and again. Maybe South Mountain Creamery, maybe a little bit more on Altenstein. I don't know. I can see myself still playing this even when 22's come out. More so than 19. It just has a special place, I think. Anyway, enough of that. We'll leave these to here because we've got other fields to harvest. And yes, I know this isn't a harvesting and it's also not a spectacle farm, but I suddenly remembered, yep, we had a field fertilise. I'm not going to leave it undone, even though I may never harvest this crop. That's not how I work. And besides, one of the combines already stopped because he's full and the other one's nearly full. So I thought, you know what, I might as well just get on with it and keep them moving along. So yeah, so I thought we'd just, while we were here, come and spray this field. I'll leave a worker on it, let's see. I'm not sure how effectively he'll do this. It's a bit of an oddity because it's got patches that are fully fertilised and patches that aren't. But I'm in and ahhing. I think this is going to be a longer episode than I'd normally do, and certainly longer than I've done of late. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's fully fertilised. Because I kind of, where is he going? Right, you're fired. Okay. Because so that's really loud. I hope that's not too loud. It's really loud in my headphones. Yeah, because I've got a lot of things I quite want to do, and I say I don't want to leave things undone. Just, you know, it's the last video that I'm going to do on this map, but it'd just be a shame not to make the most of it, kind of thing. So how long? No idea. It could be less than an hour, that's for sure, because that's the longest I can edit, but maybe 40-45 minutes, I don't know, we'll see. I've no target in mind, just a you know, we've got a lot to do, a lot to get done, so therefore it makes sense to enjoy it a little bit and just stretch it out. Did miss the edge a little bit. Should be alright. Might miss a tiny patch here or there. I'm not going to be overly fussy about making sure I do every little bit, but it'd be nice to get it at least partly done. He's just going to do weird things again, isn't he? Try not to have him ditch in the sea. Even just make sure that we're covering maximum efficiency. There are a lot of this, I think. There's a weird thing in 17 compared to 19 is that it's showing it all as being extra fertilised, when in reality, of course, a lot of it is already at full fertilisation. And he's already picked up on that. He doesn't want to do that tiny little strip. So he's going to come over and do this bit, which is interesting. So why you would do just that bit, I'm not sure. Okay, you know what? This is not as quick as I thought it might be. You know, you can't trust workers to do anything. Right, there we go. The rest of it pretty much just needs doing, so hopefully he'll be alright from here. There we go. Yeah, it should be okay. Okay, I'll go into the harvesters and then we'll go over to Spectacle Farm. Right, so a little more time has passed than I was perhaps planning, but what I've done is I've filled up the lorry with wood chips and brought it down here to Eastern Grains. And actually, this is the rest of the wood chips that were in the wood chip silo. This is it. Thought might as well. But yeah, more time has passed than I was necessarily planning. I got a bit carried away with the harvest, and actually, it's pretty much a full-time job harvesting that field, keeping both combines moving. Hopefully that's right. We won't spill. Let's see. I'm not easy to use. Oh, wrong one. That's why. That was about to be a disaster. Hopefully that's right. We're not settling any on the ground. Yeah, we're okay. In which case we can go quicker. But yeah, so I have in the meantime also set up a few other things. Plenty of little jobs left to do. Yeah, I just thought we'd come and sell these. I mean, I'd quite like to sell all the crops, but I'm not sure we're going to have time to do that. It would be nice to sort of finalise the map from that perspective. Yeah, so that one at the back is actually dollar driven, isn't it? So that's going to be a bit tricky. But then, to be honest, if I just gradually pull it forwards, we get it roughly over the top. Oh, seriously? There we go. Yep, that's okay. So we can tip it more, get it empty. Be nice to get us back over the 2 million actually, if we can before we're done. We'll see how we're doing, how much time we've got. Right, so we nip back, it's not far. Nip back up to Spectacle Farm, or at least on the way to Spectacle Farm, because there's a whole load of jobs all lined up to do. I can always tidy up the equipment later on. Best that we just crack on with all the jobs, really. Already 2:30 in the afternoon. Suddenly last day on the farm, feeling a bit of time pressure. Yeah, of course, it's just been announced there's been an update to Spectacle Land on 19, which I was slightly nervous about until I saw the confirmation that there was no need for a new save. I actually don't know how many hours I've spent setting it up on 19 yet, but I dread to think, and I don't want to have to do it again. So I'm most delighted. Well done, Jim. Thank you. Always thinking about these things. Not far to go. Right, I'm going to park this. Where shall I park this? Actually, I'll take it off the road because I've got the combine. No, not that way though. We'll take it back up to the wood chip store, even though it's now empty. Technically, it needs to go all the way back to CDP Farm, but equally, of course, we might use it for selling some crops if we get more time later on to do so. But for right now, I'll just leave it here. So we've got a field to harvest here. That one I don't think will be ready to harvest today. I am rather hoping that the one, field 15, I'm hoping that will be ready to harvest because that's the one that we've sorted out through this whole part of the series, this sort of new, the revival, if you like. It's, we finished clearing the trees off it, we've ploughed it out, we've, done all the viz, fertilised it, planted it. It'd be nice to harvest it too. Nicely round us off, but we'll see how it does. I brought the planter down. Thought we'd plant, I think we needed corn, don't we, for the pigs? So, I know technically I should cultivate the field first, but you know what? It's fine. It's a direct planter, is now. We're going to hit the tree. Yeah, slightly unfortunate that I should have taken that tree out really, but I suppose I just followed the line of the field. I think I'm wrong that edge. Or did I neaten that one up? Actually, I might have done. I don't remember. Yeah, I might have done. So I could have taken that tree out and just squared it all off completely, but there you go. What are you going to do? So we'll just get headland done. I suppose you don't have to when you're planting and seeding. You should technically do them afterwards, but you know, we're here now. And actually, I'll tell you what we'll do is this is a nice straight line, because this I did a couple of times to get it nice and straight. So what we could do is, again, it's nice to get this done, even if it's just planted. We've taken the time to take the trees out, plough it out, all that sort of stuff. As we get some crops in it, get them growing. There we go. Not quite right at the edge, but actually not far off, you know. So leave dem to dat. That's 2 levels of fertilisation, so it'll just need a... ooh, why is it not? That's interesting. It's not getting a full 2nd level of fertilisation all the way along. That's a bit weird. Oh well. Not sure why that would be, but there you go. In the meantime, yes, that might just need a digestate spread or slurry spread, whatever. Manure, something like that. Just jump over the fence. And harvest, so I brought along one of the Flegels and the Vultra. Got the case with the header on. That was slightly entertaining. Trying to get a header on it. I might have to move the trailer to get the header back on. Opened the harvester. Harvester's all ready to go. Oh, it's doing its thing again. Slightly oversensitive. And away we go. I think I did potatoes in here last time. Kind of want the straw though. No. No. That should be it. There we go. That's better. So yeah, 2 fields to harvest ready. The 3rd maybe up there. Can we see it? Just about. It's got a fair way to go. I put growth speed back up to normal, I think. Again, those buttons really sensitive to being, you know, slightly, I don't know, overzealous. That's it. Right. We're going to get a pretty decent yield off here, aren't we? Crikey. But it's fine. I think with the one Flegel we should be alright. And then I've got another one over there if I need a separate one. It's a different crop. And we can just take the pair of them back up. I've got a loading wagon, also got a snow blower actually to pick up the straw if we wanted to. Not sure we'll have time to do that today, but the option's there if we want it. And actually I'm watching the timer. So we've done already another 10-minute nearly stint. It's amazing how quickly it goes when you've got lots of little jobs to do. So I guess I'll quickly run up and down this field and get this one done. Also conscious of time, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've only really got a couple, maybe 3 hours of recording time for the day left before it gets a bit dark. But do want to get as much done as I can. Yeah, so I'll carry on doing this, and I might see you on the next field or something. There we go, that's this field done. I took the opportunity to leave a worker on it, and I've taken some of the equipment back up to the farm, trying to leave the farms a bit tidier than I found them when I came back on to start with. But yeah, so not a bad yield off here. It's going to be well over 20,000 litres. And actually, I've checked, we've got a shed load of wheat in store already and plenty of barley for the pigs. So I might sell the wheat before we stop. There's a pretty decent price that's going up over at the cargo ship. And it'd be quite nice to run up to the cargo ship, because I didn't do that with the sugarcane in the end. Yeah, that could be a good thing to do. Right, so I'll get us moved over to the other field over there. And I'll see you there shortly. Right, so we've relocated. Just unfold the combine. Oh, here we go again, look. Header's stuck. Take it one way but not the other. Hang on, bear with me. Bear with me. Just change that. See if we can slide it. It might be a bit late already. I might have knackered my opportunity, but let's see if we can just... I put the the Xylor, the Raybo, on the front of the Voltra, just so I can take it back up to the yard. I didn't quite mention the plantings finished in that little bit of that field that we were working on. See if this works. No, it won't. Oh, there's a problem, isn't it? What snag? Oh, I might need to reset the header trailer. I have to say, I do find this header trailer something of a nuisance. That really is stuck. Completamente. Actually, you know what the easiest thing to do is move that, get this out the way. Oh, we can't. The header's stuck on it. Oh, seriously. Okay, then we'll reset the header trailer. Give me a sec. Right, that's better. It's all sorted. The problem is gone. Okay, so let's crack on. There we go. It's a bit confusing switching between 17 and 19. Right, so here we are, canola on this field. And how are we doing for canola? Let's see. Canola. We've got 20,000 litres and prices, wow, look at that, LPS grains. Pretty good. And so the price for wheat at the cargo ship's pretty good too. So we could do a bit of selling if we've got some time. Might be good. Might be good. I'm just going to enjoy this last couple of harvests on Spectacle Island on FS17. It's been a pretty short series. I started it, and when I was, way back when, before 19 came out, I hadn't realised I'd hired a worker. There you go. No wonder it was nice and straight. A bit tricky this end. I must have extended the field a little bit, I think. Lower it down. Switch it over. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I stopped doing this one. Maybe it was when I moved to Welker or South Mountain. Not sure. But it's been nice to be back on it, even if it is for a few short episodes. I've really enjoyed it, and I must do more on 17, no question. Just looks awesome, look at that. Like where we're drifting a little bit, I'm going to start missing bits. Yield's not bad, 25% full from 2 rows, so let's see, we're going to get, yeah, we're going to fill the combine, I'm going to guess 1.5 times. It's a bit of a guess. We'll see how we do. I mean, it's 4:15 in the afternoon, kinda hoping suppose what I could do is leave a worker doing this, and actually we could take some wheat and sell some wheat. Bit of a trek. I think we said that was at the cargo ship. Still, we could take the truck and actually see if there's anything else we can sell at the cargo ship, because what we've got in terms of wheat, actually no, it'll more than fill it, but we don't have to take everything. If it works better to take one container of wheat and one container of something else, this could work. This could work. So maybe we'll do that. Perhaps we'll get a worker on this for a second, and we'll go fill up the truck, and then as we come back down, we can make sure that the combine is empty. Be nice to get a few of these tasks finished off, and I'm still hoping that we'll get a chance to do, was it field what, 15? How's it getting on? It's so close. Right, let's leave Mr. Worker to that. Thank you very much, sir. There we go. Where did I put the truck? Oh, there it is. Right, hang on. But if we want to take wheat... Right. In a change to the schedule programming, I'd forgotten that the random trailers are forage trailers and sugarcane. Therefore they won't take wheat or canola or potatoes or any other things that I have in a reasonably large amount in the silo here at Spectacle Farm. So we ditched that idea. I've connected up two of Flegel trailers, and one of them's got the wheat in, and what I might do is take the canola trailer, which wasn't quite as much as I thought in the end. It was about, actually I don't know, 13 or 14,000 litres, I can't remember, I haven't connected it yet, we'll see, but thereabouts anyway. But, so we might fill that up with some canola from the silo here, and then see what else there is as well, if there's any more space in it, up at CDP Farm, and we'll take all three trailers, we'll fit in them whatever we can, and we'll go sell them. And I think it should be fitting that we should do this at the cargo ship. Slightly concerned as to how exactly I'm best going to get the header off the header trailer. I did try coming up here without it. No go, not enough space. So needed to, yeah, this is going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? Yeah, so I had to go get the header trailer, etc. What I'll try and do is to give myself max room, bring that like that, and maybe, just maybe, but here we are, the crops just went over. I happened to notice that the corn was suddenly in its first growth stage that we just planted earlier, and I thought, well, if that's gone over a growth stage, then surely our barley will have done likewise, and sure enough, it has. Ooh, and we even managed to do it without having to reset the trailer again. Bonus. Might get stuck on a hedge, mind you. Right, okay. So, for the final field on FS17 on Spectacle Island, let's do a harvest. I'm not going to worry about the straw, to be honest. I'd forgotten, actually, I've got a Galignani baler, but I don't think I've got a sort of a bale. I do have a bale trailer. I have a flatbed trailer, but it would take quite some stacking, but it's an option anyway. So yeah, if I wanted to do the straw both on the field over there from the wheat and also over at CDP Farm, then I could do so. But we've got enough, it's fine. I've also got a loading wagon, so I mean, if I really want to, I could go pick it up and put it. I may do that myself at some point, just for the fun of it, but when I've got a bit of time, away from other things. So yeah, so we'll get this done. I'm going to do a bit of this on screen, because it is our last field. I'll do a little bit off screen, because otherwise we're going to get a very, very, very long video. And I suppose I might also need a trailer to put it in. I don't have that much barley in store, I don't think. Oh, I do. 18,000 litres. So we could do one of barley, one of straw, one of canola. It's a possibility. Let it out. Should have a screenshot really before we mess up the line completely. I've turned the time down to ×5, but I don't want to be doing this in the dark. Let's see the map at its finest. I just did like this sort of different texture that Jim put on here. Oh, so very long ago. So yeah, we'll just enjoy harvesting the last field. I'm not going to use a worker. I am going to do it all myself. I'm not going to do it all on screen because it'll take me ages, but I want to do this. And this is no means going to be a final episode. Let's wrap up the whole farm. We'll sell all the crops. We'll, I don't know, sell the animals, clear out the money. I'm not going to do that because I might just come play this anyway. But we'll certainly sell some crops just to make a bit of money. I want to get us back over that 2 million, as I mentioned earlier. And just be nice to sell some crops. And I still think, actually, you know what? Let's put a work. Which way is the direction? I think I'll put a worker on it for a second and just check prices and stuff. I still think I'll get the cargo ship. We've been to a few of the other sell points, the sawmill, Eastern Grains a couple of times over the last few episodes. And there are other. I mean, there's one. Is that LPS Grains? Is that one over there? I think there are a few other sell points, of course. But let's just put a worker on that for a minute. So, wheat. Definitely best at the cargo ship. Barley, definitely worst at the cargo ship, but it is a good price at Beacon Hill, which is a short run. We can do that right here. Beacon Hill is the one right here, right? Yeah, so we could do that basically straight out of the combine, which actually means then we would still have the ability to take 2 lots of wheat and some canola. We've got 20,000 litres in store, plus what's. And the price at the cargo ship is acceptable. It's not an awesome price, but it's not a bad price. Bizarrely enough, the price at Beacon Hill is green for sunflowers, but not the highest price, which is very strange. There's a fabulous price for soybeans at Spectre hectare. Tough. And I did have some corn, but it's over at CDP Farm. And actually, again, LPS Grains, pretty decent price there. Pretty decent price, and we've got 101,000 litres of potatoes and 105,000 litres of sugarcane still to sell. Kind of crazy. I think we'll stick with it. 2 lots of I'm thinking now. Yeah, 2 lots, two trailer loads of wheat and 1 trailer load of canola. Will not complete wipe out stock, but it'll take a good chunk of it. Will be a good amount to sell, and we'll just get the cargo ship nice and simple. And then the barley will come and sell here at Beacon Hill. It's not the highest price, but it's not a bad price, and it's right here, right now, as they say. So I'll carry on doing some harvesting. I might go and prep the trailers. I might do a little bit of leave the worker to it for a second. That said, he's now already got 80% full, and he's full. Well, that's tricky, because I haven't got a trailer available. Aww. We'll leave the combine. Let's make a run to the cargo ship. Right, so we're all full. Sorry, I just realised I was on mute. What a doofus, because I'd muted it while I was doing that rather tricky journey over. As you saw, that was slightly eventful, but we're now full. 32,000 litres of canola, 64,000 litres of wheat. As you can see, I bought a lot of the equipment back up. Except there's one combine, because the header trailer is still over at Spectacle Farm. I think we'll go this way. I've been this way, this revision of the series. The big grass field. The number of times I did mass cuttings on this and put it in the biogas plant. Fantastic. Massive swaths. Using the snow blower. It was brilliant. I used to mount them all up using that windrower, so I had about twice the number of grass that I would have got from a normal swath, and just kept mounding them up and mounding them up. Right, let's get in, because wow, it's noisy out there. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping the trip to the ship from here won't be quite so eventful. I guess as we go through the harbour, it could be a little bit tricky. So you need to be a little bit wary of that. Slightly strange road surface just there. I'm talking, but I might end up time-lapsing some of this. I don't know. Don't walk out. Big tractor with 3 trailers towing. Stopping distance, probably pretty shocking. And wow, you lot walk weird. I was a bit disappointed. I didn't have time to play FS on Halloween, or not a map with people on it, or something. I didn't see the. I did actually. What I'm talking about, I streamed on Halloween, but yeah, I didn't see any zombies. I must have been on a map that didn't have peeps, or I wasn't around an area where there were peeps or something. Right, here we are. Oh, and actually that's kind of handy, because I can sort of cheat. I was thinking I'd have to disconnect all the trailers and do them one by one, but actually you can just sort of drive over the grid. Now I'm assuming it won't let me. Oh, it will. Really? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Normally you have to disconnect them. Mind you, I'm having a laugh, right? I do need to disconnect them, of course I do. Just so I've got the space for the back to tip. I've not actually got the space to get out, though. I don't think. Oh, maybe. Well, no, not really. So there we go. We made our 2 million. I can do the first 2, but that'll be a lot. Oh, that's weird. Why wasn't that? You know, I didn't even know these. Is that on grain door then? It is. I didn't even know these had a grain door setting. Oh, okay, well that explains why it wouldn't. Imagine that it still wouldn't tip, would it? Might explain why it doesn't work with those logs. I wonder if it's this one. I don't know. Right, I better stop nattering and mind you, I was going to say get on with it, but it's not like get on with really, to be honest. Actually, this could work quite well. Okay, bear with me a sec. There we go. Took a bit of fiddling, but I managed to get them past the other trailer. Another 28 grand of income. Thank you very much. Nicely, 2,082,000, and with the barley that we sell from field 15, should be well over the 2,100,000 mark. Comfortably so. There we go. That was what I was wanting to do, and it worked. Would you believe? Right, I'll see you back up at the farm. Right, combine's emptied. I will I'm just checking in actually. I'm just going to get this field harvested, and I will catch up with you when we're very nearly towards the end, because frankly I'm now beginning to worry that this video is too long and I'm not going to get it all into one video. So I'll keep this short and I'll see you in a bit. And here it is, folks, the last few strips. I've emptied the combine, I think now 3 times. Yeah, it's a big old field, this, actually, when you sit and harvest it. Because of its shape, I don't think you really appreciate quite how big it is, but it's a big field. So yeah, we've had a pretty decent yield out of this. Sitting in those 2 trailers, I left one of them on the way up because I didn't think I need all 3, and I won't need all 3, but I'll tell you what, we won't be far off. I did leave a worker on it just for a little bit. I went and cleaned up all the animals so that their feed areas weren't too mucky. Trying to leave, as I say, the map a little bit tidier than I did the last time I left it for a while. And it's strangely poignant. The last strip on the last field, I mean, we've harvested, not in entirety, 4 different fields today across the map. Sold some grain. As you can see, the run with 3 trailers, as you saw rather, the run with the 3 trailers across the terrible, dangerous trail of death was tricky, but managed. Hope you like the amusing music. The music in Share Factory on PS5 is actually way better, more extensive, and much better quality than what was on PS4. It's actually really good fun. I did struggle to find something quite right, but I hope you enjoyed that. I liked it. I thought it fitted well. And there we go. Last little bit of harvest. And that's it. This feels strangely poignant. I mean, I've not been back on here that long. I wasn't here on that long. Actually, no, that's not true. I was in here a long time before I started recording on it last time, but I didn't record on it for very long. Yeah, I like this map, but... And you know what makes this really weird is that I've really thoroughly enjoyed being back on here, and as you know, if you've watched this, wrong one, sorry. As you'll know, if you watch this all the way through, from when I restarted it, I literally started recording on this the week that Jim announced he was bringing it to 19. And well, we are moving to 19. In what shape or form, I am not disclosing. I hope people like it. I'm massively looking forward to developing the series that I'm about to start on it, and really looking forward to it. I hope it's appreciated and that people enjoy it. We just found out yesterday that Jim's released an update. I was exceedingly nervous until I found out that good old Jim, I don't need a new game save, because frankly I wouldn't have updated the map if I had, because I couldn't bear the thought of the amount of work that it took me to get it ready. To have to do that again I would have been heartbroken. I just couldn't have done it, but it's fine. Jim's put loads of new features on, made a few tweaks, and no new save required. So I may not put it on immediately, but I will be putting it on at some point. And here we go up then to, is it Beacon Hill it's called? Oh, of course I changed the cruise control speed down, didn't I? Is it Beacon Hill? Yeah, Beacon Hill. 46,000 litres of barley. That was pretty good. That is a chunky old field, that field. It's a pity we didn't get around to finishing clearing this field here, but the corn's coming on well. But maybe on the next, maybe on 19, maybe, we'll see. We'll see. So there you go, it's 6:10 in the evening. As always, on Spectacle Island, there's a beautiful sunset. It's a lovely evening. And but I hope you have enjoyed this return visit to Spectacle Island on FS17. I certainly have. I've loved being back on here. I will, at some point, and I've got a few things that I'm trying to finish off in the meantime, as well as No Man's Land and whatever will become of Spectacle Island 19. But equally, I'm hoping that I'll be back on 17 before 22 comes out, and we'll do a bit on, I don't know, might be Altenstein, might be South Mountain. I might even go back to Goldcrest Valley. Oh, it's this one. But hey, it's fine. It's not too much crop. We've made our 2,100,000 very comfortably. Good going. We're back up well over the 2 million mark that we were at when I started. When I came back to the series, whatever you want to call that. And yeah, as I say, I hope you've enjoyed this. I've had a great time on here, and but we move on to pastures sort of new, and I hope you'll join me there as well. If you have enjoyed it, please share it. Likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated. Trying to build up the channel again. It's going okay. Views are increasing, but a few more subscribers, a bit of new blood would be awesome. Thank you very much for all those that regularly watch. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I'll tidy up the farm and bid you farewell from Spectacle Island on FS17. All take care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.